It is time for Leadership of the Leaf Sidebar episode. A sidebar is an informal conversation between Austin and Dice. Listen in on random topics as the hosts take a break from leadership and lean into opinionated conversations. Yes, grab a cigar with a drink and put some smoke in the air.
Welcome to another episode of Leadership of the Leaf Sidebar Edition.
Well, Sidebar. Sidebar episodes.
Yeah.
That's where we step to the side of the leadership topics and we discuss anything we want. Pretty much anything we want. There's no scripts, no notes. Very minimal notes to make sure, fact check, that type shit. But no script, right? It's just us talking about whatever we want. And Austin? Oh, my name is Dice.
Hi, Dice. I'm Austin.
Hi, Austin. And if anyone has listened to Leadership of the Leaf, they have realized that I have talked mad shit to you about what you drink. Whiskey. So, I want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Boy, let's talk about it. But before we get into talking about it, I gotta know, what are we smoking?
We are smoking, because we are smoking the same thing this episode. The Blackbird Glitch Natural. The wrapper is Ecuadorian Habana. The binder is Dominican. The filler is Dominican and American. The size we are smoking this episode is a Robusto. It's a 5x50. The strength is supposed to be medium body. We'll see.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's an interesting little fact about Glitch.
Well, hold on. What? Oh, okay, Glitch. What are we talking about, Glitch?
Little interesting fact about Glitch is it was a mistake. Hence, probably why they named it Glitch. When they were doing the filler, accidentally they put Dominican American together, and it worked out, and they kept the cigar, and that's probably why they named it Glitch, because it was a glitch, and it worked out, and they continued the line.
Okay, I'm down with it.
All right.
Before we get too far into this episode, I need to know what you're drinking.
Well, it has come to my attention. It was only fitting. It was only fitting for a sidebar where you're going to teach me about whiskey is to drink whiskey. So I am drinking Jameson, which is a triple distilled
Irish
whiskey. Yes.
Oh, hold on. I need you to say the full name and all 10,000 words to make sure I fucking understand what kind of whiskey you're talking about, because that's what you do to me every goddamn time.
I guess it's only fitting. Jameson, triple distilled Irish whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Chapter
it's
2.
An Irish whiskey.
Fuck you. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Jameson, but
okay.
It's a different Jameson. I'm drinking Jameson Reserve Series Black Barrel.
Black Barrel. So it's still a whiskey.
Yeah, it's still an Irish whiskey. It's just aged slightly different than yours.
Okay.
So let's talk about whiskey. Now, there's whiskey with an EY, which is in Ireland and the US, and everywhere else is just KY. There's no E.
There's no E.
There's no E. So there's 5 primary types. There's Scotch, Irish, Bourbon, Tennessee, and Rye.
Did you say Hennessy?
No, I didn't say Hennessy. I said Tennessee.
Oh, because we was about to fight. I was like, there's no way you're going to put Hennessy in there. Okay, Tennessee. Okay, I got it.
Tennessee. If you include Canadian and Japanese, there's 7.
Okay.
And of course, there's a gajillion dozen subtypes when you include production methods and blends, right? So, if you look at Dewar's Caribbean cask or something that's aged in a sherry cask or something like that. they're all whiskeys. They're just aged slightly differently, right? Like Jameson. This Jameson is different than your Jameson because it's aged differently in different barrels. Like my whiskey, my Jameson is slightly different than your Jameson because of how it's aged differently, right? So the core whiskey types. Let's go talk about Scotch whiskey.
Okay. Right? Because you drink a lot of Scotch.
I do. I love Scotch. Scotch. It's made primarily from malted barley. There's subtypes of this one. There's single malt, blended Scotch, grain whiskey. And from Scotch, you mostly get a peat and smoky flavor. So, to put that in a cigar term, right? Char, earth, bold spice. Like think Liga Privada number 9, AJ Fernandez Last Call Maduro, stuff like that. You get a peaty, earthy, smoky flavor.
Okay. So when they say like all Scotch is whiskey, but not all whiskey is Scotch.
Correct.
Okay.
To be Scotch, you have to follow certain rules and also be blended in Scotland.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. So when I harass you about what you're drinking, what Glenfiddich is what you normally, is that the Scotch of your choice, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's an everyday Scotch for sure.
Okay. But when I'm tally marking it, I should tally mark it as whiskey or Scotch. I'm gonna continue tallying it as Scotch.
That's fine. That's
okay.
fine because there's differences there, right? So like I've said before, there's umbrellas, right? Whiskey is the big umbrella, Scotch is the sub umbrella. Like if you said Irish whiskey, like we're talking Jameson, right? There's Ireland distilled. There's typically smoother, often triple distilled. You got single malt, single pot still, grain blended. You get honey, light grain, fruity flavors. So in the cigar terms, you're getting creamy nuts, cedar. Think Arturo Fuente, Hemingway, or Macanudo's Cafe. Those are really great pairings with Irish whiskey. And to talk about like a single pot still, right? A still is how you distill a whiskey, right? It's made in a single pot versus I'm going to distill this once in one pot and I'm going to put it into another still. So to distill it again, and then a third time, there's your triple distilled whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Irish whiskey I am familiar with. That is
pretty common.
If I'm drinking whiskey, like I want a whiskey, Jameson is probably going to be my go-to. But Redbreast falls in Irish whiskey, right? Because Redbreast is something that you introduced me to, and I actually enjoyed the hell out of some Redbreast. So when I'm thinking of Irish whiskey, the two that come to my mind immediately would be Jameson and Redbreast.
Yeah, and obviously, as you know, right, Tennessee has VS, VSOP, XO, all that sort of stuff. So there's levels to it, right? So Redbreast would be similar to an XO level of distillation versus like Jameson, where it's way more readily available, might be just a VS.
Okay. Now you're talking my language.
I like to put in things you can understand.
Yay!
But then you go from there, you go into like a bourbon, which is the United States byproduct. So that is the mash, right? Which is what is combined together with yeast to ferment, has to be at least 51% corn. There's a 51% corn mash. So if you're under 51% corn, you're usually I don't know, just like a regular whiskey or maybe a Tennessee whiskey. But it's a subtype of American whiskey, right? It's bourbon. That gives you more caramel vanilla type. That corn kind of comes out and ferments into a caramel vanilla. If you're looking for cigars, you're looking for cocoa, espresso, darker. Think Cavalier Genever Black Series 2 or Perdomo 30th Anniversary Maduro. Those will pair really well with a nice bourbon whiskey. And there's a lot of people who are like, well, but bourbons are better than Scotches or Irish whiskey. I like bourbon over whiskey. As soon as somebody says I like bourbons over whiskeys, I think they're an idiot. Because a bourbon is a whiskey.
Well, see, I would be, not that you were calling me an idiot, but I'd be one of those. I don't want to say, I would be ignorant. I wouldn't be an idiot. I would be ignorant in that field because before you said that, I thought bourbon was his own line. I thought it was like whiskey, Scotch, bourbon. Like, I thought that was his own umbrella, let's say. I didn't realize that it fell under the same whiskey. I didn't realize it was still a whiskey. I didn't know that.
Everything about whiskey kind of comes down to where it's distilled and the mash it's made up of, right? So usually you have yeast, you have barley, rye, corn, mash types. So a bourbon has to be labeled a bourbon in the United States. It has to be at least 51% corn.
Okay.
To properly be labeled a Scotch whiskey, that has to be distilled and barreled in Scotland.
With malt instead of...
Right.
Okay.
So it comes down to that mash build and the distillation and where it's distilled. Like if you go into, let's say, rye, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna skip over Tennessee. I'll come back to it. But if you look at rye versus bourbon, rye has to be at least 51% rye grain, made in the U.S. and for the U.S. to be considered a rye whiskey in the U.S. has to be 51% rye grain. In the Canada, it has to be high. Sometimes it has to be higher. But it gives you that black pepper baking spice. It's usually a little bit harsher on the tongue. You get a little bit more palate trauma, if you will.
Okay.
Gives you red pepper, leather, strength, that sort of stuff. If you're looking for something to match it, you're looking at EP Carrillo, Pledge, or maybe the JFR Lunatic.
Saying those, I came across one that the profile that you just labeled. I don't know if you ever had it. I don't know if our listeners ever had it. It's exclusive to JR Cigars. I could be wrong. Forgive me. But the name of the cigar is Bone Shakers.
Ooh.
If you ever come across a bone shaker, one, make sure you had a good meal before you smoke it. Two, I would recommend one of these rye whiskeys. I don't even know a rye whiskey. What, you know any rye? I don't.
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
Bullet rye.
Okay.
Usually there's I think Jameson has a rye. There's Jack Daniel's rye. There's a lot of just regular old rye whiskeys. They might have a regular traditional bourbon whiskey, and then there's that same brand rye.
Okay.
And it's just the rye grain that they use to make that whiskey.
Well, I 100% recommend Bone Shaker with a good rye whiskey after a good meal. If you haven't had one, I advise you trying it. It was definitely like, when I was trying it, the Sammy Tuesday, I was like, it's a full body, blah, blah. I was like, whatever, man. Yes, sir. Yes, you are absolutely right. I couldn't have any adult beverage at the time when I was enjoying it. All I had was coffee, and I'm glad it was dark coffee. It helped out quite a bit.
So dark coffee, because it has, usually dark coffee is cacao. Maybe some earthy tones, leather, that sort of stuff. That helps kind of cut that red pepper, the leather, the strength down a little bit with the sweetness of the cacao and the that sort of stuff, and it blends really good with the leather.
right. I can see that.
Yeah. Then you have Tennessee whiskey, which Tennessee whiskey does not have to be bottled and branded in Tennessee, but it does. But it's similar to bourbon, but it's filtered through charcoal, right?
Okay.
So if you've ever had charcoal filtered stuff, like you know, if you have a water softener, if you have you know,
That's what
like
came to mind. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's the charcoal removes some impurity. So like I said, it's similar to bourbon, but smoother from the charcoal filtering. Those are usually medium flavored cigars to pair it with. Balanced flavor. Oliva, Serie V, Melanio. Romeo and Juliet at 1875. I would go so far as to be like Alec Bradley Magic Toast. That would probably be really good with a nice Tennessee whiskey. Jack Daniel's is probably the lowest quality Tennessee whiskey that everyone's familiar with.
That's what Frank Sinatra drank, man.
I'm not hating on it. It's just mass produced.
Right. I'm not a Jack Daniel's fan, sir. Sorry.
It's usually sweeter. It's smoother because it smooths out those edges. So you get that oakier, smoother, kind of sweeter finish, more from the barrel.
Okay. So here's my ignorance showing. Like Jim Beam, that's more of a bourbon, right?
So Jim Beam has a lot of different whiskeys, but yeah, it's more of a bourbon. But there's Jim Beam rye whiskey.
Motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
I know, but
lie to you?
No, but this is where I keep saying my ignorance, but this is where my closed-mindedness comes into play, because anybody that knows me is from the beginning to now, I've always drunk some form or fashion of cognac, whether it's Alizé, which is a passion fruit and cognac mix, or Grand Marnier, which is more of an orange liqueur flavored cognac. And then, of course, I love using it in my sidecars. And then, of course, the granddaddy of all for me, which for years I think they should sponsor me, has been Hennessy. All the different levels from VS all the way to the XO.
Right. So if you imagine, let's just use Jack Daniel's as an example, right? So Jack Daniel's Black Label, the normal old number 7 Jack Daniel's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you go to, let's say, Gentleman Jack.
Okay.
You're looking at VSOP. Then you go from Gentleman Jack to single barrel. That's probably maybe an XO. Now, there's Jack Daniel's Fire, that they add cinnamon to artificially to make it a little bit spicier. Then there's the apple, the blackberry, the honey, the whatever, right? Like all that sort of stuff they add artificially after the process.
That's like Hennessy Black.
Right. You keep going up. And then there's the Jack Daniel's Frank Sinatra blend, the Jack Daniel's, you get higher, old number 27, which is a gold label, stuff like that. So they just refine it a little bit more and more, maybe age it a little bit more and more, versus like Redbreast, you start going years, right? This is where Scotch comes into play. Versus like, let's say something like Redbreast, right? Redbreast, I think the lowest that I've seen has been like a 12-year, maybe a 10-year. Okay, so it's aged in a barrel for 10 years. That's how long it took to make that fucking whiskey. Now you go up there to 15 years. The edge is smoothed out a lot more because it's aged for an additional 5 years in that barrel, so it's absorbed more of the flavor of the charred oak barrels or the charred barrels that whatever it's sitting in, and so it's aged a little bit more and smoothed out, like mellowing the cigar, right? Like if I was to take a brand new Sin Compromiso, dark chocolate, spice, goodness, right? let's say I aged that motherfucker for 5 years. It's going to become more mellow. Yes.
Yeah. So I see that. I definitely understand the whole aging process of everything. It's one of those where, one, if I go into a brick and mortar, a liquor store or something like that, I'm not cruising those aisles. I'm not going down the vodka aisle.
Right.
It's me. It's not you. It's me, Austin. It's me. It's me. I know. There is one whiskey that I do enjoy that we'll go over. I'll just go over it now. I visited Japan quite often, and I enjoy a good Japanese whiskey. And I do understand that they are modeling their whiskey after Scotch. One thing about the Japanese culture is about their precision, and how refined they try to make everything, even down to the cubes of ice, where I've had them chop my ice into a cube to put in my glass, which is actually phenomenal if you never had it done. And the whole time that I'm enjoying a Japanese whiskey, Suntory is probably the number one here in the States that people relate to. There's some Japanese brands that I don't know how to say the names to. I just point at the price and I want that one. I do know with them, I'm always like, man, I want a cigar that match the refinedness of this whiskey, because I know how the production goes, just from their culture. And you can go in and throw Rotten Tomatoes however you want. Davidoff is a perfect example for the precision. Even maybe a good Padron, because you know the precision and everything that went behind to make it is meticulous.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. Japanese whiskey is one that I have not gotten too much into. I need to get into it. It's just there's so many other whiskeys. Go to Total Wine and go walk down a whiskey aisle. Tell me how many whiskeys you find, and tell me the number of colors in a fucking color wheel at once. Right? You can find anything you fucking want. And they all have different mash content. They all are aged slightly different in different barrels. And, charred, uncharred, single pot, mash, blended, all that sort of stuff. So, like, if you were to get a cask strength whiskey, that means it's bottled to sell at whatever strength came out of the whiskey barrel, the cask, right? So usually it's a little bit stronger. Now, if you're like a Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 Black Label, everything it says 40% ABV. So that means they're going to take whatever they took out of that cask, and let's say it's 60% ABV. They're adding water to that to water it down to 40% ABV.
Wow. Okay.
Right. That's how they get to that thing. But if you say, I want this whiskey, whatever it is, it's cask strength, depending on the bottle you pick up and the cask it was bottled at, you're gonna see it kind of handwritten in, and it was bottled at 190 proof, 61% ABV. The next bottle you pick up could be a completely different cask, and it was bottled at 160 proof, 54 ABV, alcohol by volume. So every bottle you pick up might be slightly different.
Okay.
Because it's bottled in different casks. And each cask is different by the way it's fermented, the process of the quality of grains and the mash, the yeast content, all that sort of stuff. So that's cask strength. Now you get other whiskeys like something like Dewar's Caribbean cask, or a sherry cask, or a wine cask, or whatever. That usually means that, like, hey, this whiskey was distilled, and then it was put into a cask that previously held a sherry, a wine, a rum, whatever the case, they call it Caribbean cask usually for rum. That means it previously held rum, and it's because they're barrels, they're large ass fucking barrels. It previously held rum, so when that whiskey is poured in there, it's taking on some of that sugar, the molasses taste, all of that rum, and it's incorporating it into the whiskey flavor profile that's already there.
Okay, I definitely seen all kinds of different. I haven't walked down the aisle, but I have seen different kinds. One that comes to mind that just, I don't want to say blows my mind, but I just never really gave it a fair shot is Screwball. I don't know if you've seen Screwball.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
peanut butter. And
then I seen one that was like monkeys or something, and it was bananas. Like, I clearly they're having fun with this.
Yeah, well, and you can add everything to it, but there's a blended cask, right? So what that normally means is what they did is they bottled all the cask strength, and let's say they didn't have enough for another bottle of whatever. Then they'll blend all the whiskeys together, and they'll bottle it as a blended cask whiskey. That's all it means.
And I'm assuming a small batch just means they didn't do a lot of it?
Correct. Bingo. Okay. So you can kind of get a little bit sense for this stuff, but there's some other recognized categories like Canadian whiskey. It's usually lighter, blended.
Crown Royal.
Right. Yeah, Crown Royal. It's maybe a little bit more rye forward, maybe not 51% rye, but it's like 49%, maybe 50% rye. So it's a little bit lighter. And that really pairs well with the My Father Connecticut. Something like that. So some lean, it's a little bit lighter, creamier, stuff like that. But if you're pairing a whiskey with a cigar, it's pretty simple. You're going to try to match the intensity, contrast, sweetness. So avoid overpowering either side, right? Like, so you get these these cigars with Hennessy, right? Because you drink. And you constantly say, well, I get really fruitier notes. That's your whiskey, that's your Hennessy coming out. So, but if I get a light cigar with a light whiskey, then they kind of complement each other and they bring out the notes of each one. But if I get a full cigar with a light whiskey, I'm going to taste the cigar more. I'm going to taste more of that oakiness. I'm going to taste more of that peatiness. But if I get a full cigar with a full whiskey, it just complements everything. If you got a sweet whiskey, you kind of want a bitter or dark cigar, versus a spicy whiskey, you're going to want a bold, spicy cigar.
Oscuro is what comes to mind.
Yeah. So if you have a Maduro, right?
Yeah.
And you get a nice rye whiskey, you're probably going to have a good time. It's probably going to match pretty well.
Well, I do know there's been we've season 5 now. Come on, there's been many of episodes where I know, especially me, I do know you, where we're smoking a cigar and we're like, oh, this does not pair well at all. This is not a good pairing. Yeah. It's not, and because I don't want people to fabricate that we're perfect in everything we do. No. There's been many of episodes where it was like, yeah, I'm drinking it. I'm not changing my drink, and I'm not changing my cigar because it's the one we smoked for the episode. But it is just, this does not pair. I'm leaning towards sharing your thoughts on the cigar that we're smoking now. It's not a full episode, so I don't want to go to that first third, second third, or whatever. Just what are your thoughts on the cigar that you are smoking right now by Blackbird?
I would say fully medium.
Definitely medium.
This is almost being overpowered by my whiskey. This is what I mean by this.
Okay.
I take a sip of my whiskey, which is the name of it is Black Barrel, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read off the label. It is an exceptional blend, triple distilled for rich, smooth notes of vanilla, toasted oak, caramel, and spice. So, there's that. Caramel, spice, toasted oak, rich note. I'm tasting my cigar. I take a sip of whiskey. I puff my cigar again. I taste my whiskey more than I taste my cigar. So, to me, I need to pick a lighter whiskey for this cigar to get a proper taste. Now, this is my second cigar of the night. So maybe it's also being overpowered by the previous cigar and palate trauma. But right now, it's being overpowered by my whiskey. And your Jameson is probably a lot lighter.
It is lighter.
Black barrel.
On my palate, the Jameson is definitely smooth and mellow on my palate. And for the cigar with the leathery notes, it's a little cinnamony. A retro a little bit. I don't do it as much as you do. It's a little like nutmegish kind of spice. I don't mind this pairing because it's actually working together right now. The sweet notes in the Jameson is matching well with the toasty, cinnamony kind of spices of what I'm smoking.
Yeah, that is a perfect example, right? So like your nice light Jameson, right? The base level Jameson, the DS Jameson,
is definitely lighter than yours.
Right, is pairing a lot better on a lighter cigar than my black barrel. Like this black barrel would probably pair very well with Sin Compromiso, Undercrown Maduro, red meat. Yeah, it would probably pair very well with all of that. This cigar is almost too light to be pairing with this whiskey because I'm tasting very rich notes of caramel, spice, oak. I taste my cigar and I'm like, man, this is bland. I don't taste anything. And then I wait a little bit and I puff on my cigar a little bit and I could start getting my cigar notes. And I'm like, oh, there's the cigar notes. And then as soon as I take a sip of whiskey, I'm like, all I taste is whiskey.
Got it. Okay. I mean, this has been a very enlightening, journey in the whiskey world for me. I mean, I don't know if our listeners enjoyed it or not. I'm not sure. It was really purely a educational sidebar for myself, because I knew you was a whiskey guy. It would be the same if we was doing a sidebar episode on cognac, which may come to fruition. Who knows? I didn't say fruitation this time, motherfucker.
No, you did, but cognac is usually a fruity drink, so fruition. Drink.
I got where you go. I thought you was clowning me because younger me used to say fruitation all the time, and I was like, fruitation, the act of bearing fruit. Well, that's not a word for you. And then I don't know if you was there when we looked it up, and it was like fruitation, a word commonly used by uneducated people when they mean fruition. Oh my God! I've been sounding ignorant for a very long time. So there we go.
Yeah. Can I say that you've been continually sounding ignorant?
No, you can't, because I have educated myself. I just learned all about this whiskey. I just learned bourbon was a whiskey. Come on, education is great, sir.
Hey, well, listen. If you go down the, I've gone through this because I'm a whiskey guy. I'm still trying to convince my wife to buy me wooden tumblers and snifters because they make like white birch, white oak tumblers and snifters, which supposedly enhance even more the flavor of the whiskey. And so I really want to try those out to see if it's actually true. But I go down and I go to a place and I start going down the whiskey aisle and I'm like, that sounds really good. But knowing, it's cask strength or it's what, small batch or it's blended, I know what those different things mean. I'm like, oh, okay. Like monkey shoulder is a blended
monkey shoulder. That's the one I was thinking of.
That comes to mind. Yeah, so that's a blended whiskey. So they had a bunch of different whiskeys in different casks, and they blended it all together, and then they bottled it. So there could be a 60%, a 40%, and 80% ABV, and they just blend it all together, and they say it's 70%. They go, there you go. That's our blend.
It is embarrassing the number of different glasses I have to enjoy my cognac. From snifter to just regular shot glass to the balloons. It's embarrassing. No. It is. It's like, what are all these different? Don't worry about it, babe. Just wash it. Be careful. Be careful. That was real thin. That was made of crystal. Just be careful.
Yeah. I mean, I have my first home warming gift from my dad, which I absolutely love, is a bar, and it has bottle storage on the bottom. It has some margarita and wine glass storage and like shelves and all this stuff. And I have stemless wine glasses, rocks glasses, snifters, all that sort of stuff on there. And my wife goes, "Do we really need all this stuff?" I'm like, yes. In fact, I didn't want more.
I got dice cubes. I got spheres. I got the big square ones. Yeah, it's embarrassing. By the way, we can go on and on, sir. I understand it's not pairing the greatest, but I'm just focused more on just a cigar. Is that cigar box worthy, single, or 5?
Ooh, let's see. So here's what I want to say.
Okay.
If this was the first cigar of the night, I could absolutely see this being a 5-pack, almost box-worthy cigar.
Okay.
And in fairness, I did buy a 5-pack of this. I want to try this cigar by itself before I smoke anything else. Right, free of palate trauma, free of all that sort of stuff.
But as of right now, right now,
I'm gonna have to say 5-pack. It's a really, really, really good cigar. My problem is that I've overpowered it, and so I feel as though I cannot judge it fairly. So I'm going to say 5-pack as it sits. I'm happy to re-smoke this and happily change my rating if deserved.
All right. I have smoked this cigar several times beforehand. It is a great go-to cigar when there's nothing involving it. For me, it's not a box-worthy cigar because it's not something I would want a whole box of. And I enjoy it more than it's 1 or 2. So I'm going to have to go 5-pack. Like if I had a 5-pack and I was done with the 5-pack, later down the line, I'll probably pick up another 5-pack just to keep them in my humidor. So 5-pack for me.
That's kind of the way I feel right now. Obviously being, a preparer or whatever. But I honestly like smoking this. I'm not upset about this. I can absolutely, if you're playing a card game that involves chips and betting, I can absolutely see this being a cigar that you pick up and going, I could smoke this all night. I'd be happy smoking this all night. I'd be okay with that. 5-pack all day. But like, just to sit there and be like, I cannot wait to pick this motherfucker up and smoke this at the end of a long week.
Yeah, that's not the cigar.
Quite fit that bill.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But if you're
not
like,
type.
hey, I'm looking for something that doesn't give me too much palate trauma, that pairs well with a light whiskey or cognac or something like that, that's what I feel like this is.
I'm glad you said that because this would not pair well with. Actually, I know it does not pair well with cognac. It does not pair well with my Hennessy. It may pair well with Hennessy White, but the Jameson, like, I'm glad we had a discussion beforehand, and I switched my drink to Jameson for this episode. Not that I was going to drink Hennessy or anything. Till someone guilt me into it.
Listen, you can't drink Hennessy on the whiskey episode, asshole.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. All right. So this has been a sidebar episode. So if it's on your mind, let's talk about it. We can have a sidebar. Just remember, this is where leadership meets the leaf. My name is Dice.
And I'm Austin. And great leaders, not great cigars.
Thank you for listening to Leadership of the Leaf. The comments and opinions expressed by the host and guests does not reflect the opinions of those that broadcast this show, nor does it reflect any of our affiliates.